Hi, and welcome to Dent Wizard Tech Tips. Today we will be showing you how to use the GM code killer on a B106 ignition, aka Z-key. Now, tools you will need: a GM code killer, a 7mm screwdriver, a pair of pliers, a large flathead screwdriver, a pick, or a small flathead screwdriver is necessary. Before we begin, you will need to remove these two screws at the bottom kick panel. You will need to remove this cover plate. Once those are removed, we can start. First thing we're going to do is take our pick and remove the cap cover. Now after it's removed, this little area between the metal and the plastic is where we're going to be sticking our tool. When you insert the tool, stick it up straight. Put it all the way back and lift up. I like to put a pick against the lock for extra pressure. It helps the ignition retainer fall sometimes. If it doesn't fall, you simply tap it with a screwdriver until you hear the retainer fall to the floor. And there it is. Now, where the carpet is where the retainer likes to usually fall. Simply move the carpet back and see if it fell inside. Most of the time it'll be in there. Now take your screwdriver and remove the ignition. Once you have the ignition out, the code is stamped on the side, 3388. Now you will have to insert the first letter, which is either G or 0. Now we're going to be bending the retainer holder straight so we can put it back inside the ignition. This is what you want your pliers for. And there it is, back inside and functioning. Now after we've made our key, insert the key into the ignition and turn it all the way to the right. The retainer will drop and allow you to insert it back. But before we do, take your large screwdriver and turn the ignition switch to the on position. Now we can enter the ignition back into its home. Sometimes it doesn't go all the way in. Wiggle it slightly until you're able to take the key out. To make sure it's all the way in, turn it to an on position and yank on it a little bit. If it doesn't pop out, it's good. Always remember, put everything back, like the cover. Don't want to forget that now. There we go. And now we're able and ready to program. Review and tips. Do not force the code killer. If you force the tool with extreme force, it'll bend. Number 2, make sure the retainer drops before trying to remove the ignition. Number 3, the ignition code starts with a G or a 0 for Z keyway type ignitions. Number 4, installation. Make sure the ignition switch is in the on position before putting the ignition back in. If it's not going all the way in, wiggle the key back and forth a little bit until it snaps back into place. Once it's in, you're good to go. You guys have a great day. I hope this helped.